Hare Krishna, we continue reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer 8. We have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So this prayer 8 is in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 25. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. We will no longer sing with repeated births and deaths. And this is what Kunti Maharani is saying. So reading on from the purport, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna said to Krishna, whatever you're saying is all right. I'm not this body, I'm a soul. And this is also true of everyone else. So when the body is annihilated, the soul will continue to exist. But when I see that my son is dying or my grandfather is dying and that I'm killing, how can I be solace simply by knowing that they're not dying, but that only their bodies are changing? I am accustomed to thinking of them with affection in terms of body. And so there must be grief and suffering. Arjuna is telling that to Krishna. No, I don't want to fight because all these are my loved ones. You want me to kill them? And now you're telling me that they'll continue to live and that they are the soul, not the body. But yet, I have attachment for them. So then because I'm attached to them, I'm going to suffer when they leave the body. Krishna did not deny what Arjuna said. Yes, he replied, that's a fact. Because you are in the bodily concept of life, there must be suffering. So you must tolerate it. That's all. There is no other remedy. So Krishna says, tolerate it. As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 2.14, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkha daha agama paino anitya stam stitikshasva bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of heat and cold, happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O sky of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So because we are in the bodily concept, we are inside the body, we identify ourselves as the body and our mind. So these sufferings will come. Krishna is saying they will come, but they will go also. Then happiness will come. Then happiness will go also. Like the seasons, they come and go. Whether we like it or no, the season changes. Sometimes it's nice and sunny. Sometimes it's cold and rainy and dull. It comes. We're just tolerating it. So this is what Krishna is telling Arjuna, that the happiness and distress will come. You tolerate.
I remember there was one thing like they asked, I'm forgetting the name, that they said that, what is that one mantra that we should always remember? And they said that nothing is permanent. So he said, then how do we apply? He said that when you are happy, then you have to just remember that it is not permanent. And again, when you are sad, then you have to remember that it is not permanent, because when you are really happy, then it will not give you, like, it will not let you deviate from your path, because you will remember that this is not permanent. Because sometimes when you're really, really happy, you forget other people's emotions and you're just in your own self. So you will not hurt someone else, and you will not overdo it. So you will always have to remember that this is not permanent. And then again, when you're sad, then it gives you the strength that this is not permanent, this will pass away. So like,
Yeah.
this is the same thing, like the cold and the,
Yeah. Cold
right?
season. Yeah. And then Krishna says, tolerate without being disturbed. Tolerate without being disturbed. How? Means what? Means understanding that Krishna is my best friend. Krishna knows better than me. I am depending. Let me depend on Krishna. Let me depend on Krishna. Actually, we are very dependent on Krishna, but we do not realize it. We do not realize. We think we are independent. But the more we realize, then to that degree, we become peaceful. So Krishna, Srila Prabhupada says, what is the peace formula? Understanding that Krishna is my best friend, that he is the proprietor, and he is the enjoyer. When we understand this, then we will be peaceful. And when we are peaceful, we will be happy. So then we will not be disturbed by whatever is happening outside. Whatever is happening, sometimes it's happiness, sometimes it's distress, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's heat. But if we have our connection strong with Krishna, Krishna is my best friend. He is my best friend. Then that will give us the strength to tolerate without disturbance. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
In America, it may sometimes be very chilly in the morning, and that may make taking one's morning bath a little difficult. But that does not mean that those who are devotees will stop taking the prescribed morning bath. No, even if it is chilly, they must take this regular bath. The duty must be done, even if there is a little suffering involved. That is called tapasya or austerity. So tapasya means we proceed with our business of Krishna consciousness despite all the dangers and calamities of this world. This is called tapasya or voluntary acceptance of the difficulties of life. We hear, oh, tapasya, austerity has to be done, tapasya has to be done. So the austerity and tapasya have to be done in Krishna consciousness. We do not need to meditate for thousands of years. No. But Prabhupada is giving simple example. When it's cold, we really don't want to get out of bed, you know. It's so nice and warm in the blanket. Why should we wake up? It's cold outside. That also to take shower. Please, thank God we have, you know, hot water at home. But for people, before they would take bath in the rivers, they would still go and do it, you know, no matter how cold it is. So this small austerities for the to continue in our Krishna consciousness. So this is tapasya, voluntary acceptance of the difficulties of life. So sometimes who have undertaken strict vows of tapasya will ignite a ring of fire all around themselves. And in the scorching heat of the sun, in the hot summer, they will sit down in the midst of that fire and meditate. Similarly, in the chilly cold winter, they will immerse themselves in water up to the neck and meditate. Such vows are prescribed in strict terms of tapasya. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not give us such prescription. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's not saying, okay, you light fire and sit down in there or immerse yourself in cold water. No, he's saying, he's giving very nice program, very practical to us. We are Kalyug people. You know, so according to time, place, and circumstance, Krishna comes, always gives the teachings very practically according to time, place, and circumstance. He says, you chant, you dance, you take prasad. That means you, whatever food is there, you first offer to Krishna, then you take it. That's all he's saying. Chant and you dance and take Krishna prasad. But still we are unwilling. We are so fallen that we cannot accept even this tapasya. Although this kind of tapasya is very easy to perform and very pleasant, susukham kartum avyayam, still we are not agreeable. We may even prefer to rot in the street. Some people prefer to drink and have sex and live in the street. So what can be done? What can we do? Lord Chaitanya is just saying, chant, dance, and take Krishna prasad. That's all. That's all he's saying. The Krishna consciousness movement is giving all facilities so that people may come here, chant, dance, live very peacefully, take Krishna prasad, and be happy. But people will not accept it. That is called misfortune. So that's the reason Srila Prabhupada, he based ISKCON on the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, right? The program, what Lord Chaitanya said, you eat, you dance, you chant, and you eat prasad. And yare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. If you are able to, you tell others about Krishna. If not, you just chant, dance, and you have prasadam. So Prabhupada is saying the Krishna conscious movement is giving this facility to people to do it. Yet People don't want to come. Now that is misfortune. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, portraying the people of this age, therefore said, I am so unfortunate that I have no attachment for chanting Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya in his Shikshastakam says that I'm unfortunate. I have no attachment for Krishna. He's taking our position. Not that Lord Chaitanya himself has no attachment. He's taking our position that we are like that. We have no attachment for Krishna. So in Shikshastakam, the second verse, Lord Chaitanya says, Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdevam Idrisham Ihajani Nanuragaha. Krishna, the transcendental holy name of God, has all potencies. Krishna, because he's on the absolute platform, his name and he himself, his form, his qualities, his pastimes, they're all non-different. They are absolute. There is no difference between Krishna's form and Krishna's name. So Krishna's name also has all the potencies because it is Krishna. Lord Chaitanya said, Krishna has unlimited potencies, and similarly, in the holy name of Krishna, there are unlimited potencies. Krishna has thousands and thousands of names, of which the name Krishna is the chief. And there are no hard and fast rules for chanting. It is not that one must chant at a certain time. No, at any time one may chant. Furthermore, Krishna's name is identical with Krishna himself. Therefore, the holy name of Krishna is Krishna. Krishna's name is Krishna. It is identical with Krishna. There is no difference. So Krishna's potencies and the holy name's potencies are the same. And Lord Chaitanya is saying there's no even hard and fast rules for chanting. No, we can chant anytime, anywhere. But what is the thing? That we have no attraction to chant. We have no attraction to chant. And that's why he's saying that is our unfortunate position. That is the unfortunate position, that I have no attachment for the holy name of chanting Hare Krishna. And that's the reason I am so unfortunate. So he's taking our position. So we'll stop here for today.
Okay.
You want me to add anything, comment?
No.
All right, then thank you so much for listening in and joining in.
But just one small thing, that he's so merciful. Yesterday we were reading some stories about him, and it shows that how merciful he is.
Yeah.
And he's just asking us to take the name. And that also anytime. We don't have to sit at one place, even by walking, riding, cooking, anything.
Yeah.
Who could be so merciful? And he's ready to give himself to you.
Yes. Yes. This is what is in the next paragraph. Prabhupada is saying, chant anytime and immediately get Krishna. Just see the mercy of Krishna.
So then if you have that hand who's so merciful, why you should be worrying? Just do your duty of chanting and hearing. You shouldn't be worried for anything.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.